Well, hello YouTube. So, just checking the microphones inside the crash helmet. Got the screen fitted yesterday. Not a bad sort of a day today. I'm only gonna go for a short ride, but it's good conditions because it's a bit breezy and nice little test. We've got a southerly breeze and it's saying, well, my clock on my bike is reading 40 degrees, but the thermometer in the garden is saying at least 10. But that garage is very cold. Holds the cold in the winter and the heat in the summer. Anyway, I thought we'd just have a little go with this new screen just to see if it's any good. But more importantly, to see if it creates any problems. Well, up to now, all I can feel is a normal, just the wind blowing past me crash helmet, but it's not unpleasant. It is a very, very blustery day. The idea of this screen, according to Puig, is it takes at least 40% of the, you know, the parachute feeling you get on naked bikes. So it makes it less tiring for the rider, and that was the main reason why I bought it. If you look on the Puig website, you might even find this, oh, you have an old East Yorkshire bus, look at that. There's one for James Simpson. Good timing. Oh, I've seen it all now. Yeah, if you look on the Puig website, there's an explanation about why you put these screens on, and it's the air hitting your chest. The idea is it deflects it and forces it up so that you don't feel like a parachute. Now, I have to be honest with you, on this bike I've never actually had that sensation, although I must say I've come back a few times and thought, yeah, I feel a bit tired and I've just put that down to my age. So it'll be interesting to see if it does help. So the idea is that you get a clean flow of air going over you. It's not about weather protection or any of that nonsense, so it's not big enough, is it, for one thing? But the front of the bike is now pretty well protected, heated grips, the handlebar, the knuckle guards, whatever you want to call them, and that little screen. This little bag helps a little bit as well. And the bike is fast becoming a practical proposition for my sort of style of motorcycle riding. I'm definitely more confident riding it. I feel in control. Doesn't get away from me like the NT did. You probably can't see it. It's recording gusts up to about 38 miles per hour. So, you know, just a conventional blustery day. I think aesthetically it makes the bike look a little bit smarter. It was a bit naked around here and I'm not quite sure what it was. The idea of not putting anything on the back of it has been a brilliant idea, because I now can get on and off the bike without any problems at all. It's just, literally just low enough so I'm not dragging my leg over the seat and getting snagged like I was on the NT and the Africa Twin. Right, that's national speed limits, 60 miles an hour. No, it's exactly the, it's no better or worse than it was naked. And if, as I say, if the advertisement's to be believed, I definitely don't have that heavy weight on my chest that I felt without the screen. But you don't know how much of it is kidology, dear. Do you know what I mean? But certainly there's not, I do feel, I don't feel like I'm dragged off the bike at 60 miles an hour like I was doing. I think in all honesty, the most speed this bike will ever see might be the occasional blast up to about 70-75 miles an hour on motorways. Maybe when we go into the Dales and places like that, but on the whole I tend to go everywhere on this between 50 and 55 miles an hour, and it's very, very civilised at those speeds. See, this is a 50 mile an hour road, it's perfect. But then this road is also perfect for the little monkey. You can ride that down here without any issues. It's having no effect on the steering whatsoever. No, it's having no effect. The steering feels nice and light, like it always has done. I think it was a good purchase. And I'm pretty sure these lines in the screen have a purpose. Sort of divide, they bring the wind together and spread it out, you know, spread it out on the sides and bring it up the centre and lift it up. When I get on a straight piece of road, we'll check and see what the turbulence like, if there's any turbulence above my crash helmet. This is the best bike I've had since my Suzuki 1250 for sort of pleasant riding. That 1250 was very civilised. The Africa Twin screen was noisy, and the NT 1100, well, it was okay, sort of, do you know what I mean? But I would say this is the better bike. Right, here we go. Yeah, there's nothing. No, there's nothing. And I say it's a blustery day. I've deliberately come out because it's a blustery day. 14 degrees. I can't stay out long because I've got an appointment at 3 o'clock, but it's only 4 minutes to 1 at the moment. So I've got enough time to ride me little circuit that I ride. Up to Driffield, across to Bainton and back to Beverley. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. The screen's not moving. There's a little vibration and I think it's that cable. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of foam under there. That should cure that. It's either that or I don't know if the cable would go across the top of it, but either way it'll be touching. Yeah, I'm well impressed. The real test will come when I turn at Bainton to come back to Beverley, because then I'll be actually into the wind head on. At the moment the wind's behind me. So of course that's the best conditions I can have, isn't it? I can't tell you how nice it is to have some mild weather. Oh, so nice. It's been sort of 2 to 4 degrees centigrade for probably since New Year, and it's been really, oh, I felt really cold with it. It's been so cold, I've had a gilet on, a quilted gilet under my tog walking jacket. Normally that's all I need, just the walking jacket on, but I don't think there's a single day I've gone out without a pair of gloves on, you know, scarf, warm hat. So this is nice. I'll take this. Sign of the times. That garage there sells predominantly Chinese cars, of which I know very little about, but if they're anything like the early Chinese bikes, God help us. I suspect they're probably better. Well, again, on this straight piece of road between the hedges here, it's definitely blustery, but that's just wind conditions. But it's not so bad as I feel I need ear protection in, which I think is high praise. You know, this crash helmet, it's not bad at dealing with weather, but it can be a little bit noisy. But all in all, this Max 11 HJC has been a good quiet helmet. I'd certainly buy, if I was in the market, I'd certainly have another HJC. I do like my HJC helmets. I think all in all, I think big success. So this is Kellythorpe roundabout in Driffield. This is as far as we're going today. We're now going to turn left here. This is just me when I want to come out for a ride and I've got nowhere in particular to go. I tend to do this route more than any. They're nice roads. They tend to be dry at this time of year, or drier because of the amount of use they get. And very well suited to both of my motorcycles if they're trooping home. Well, for a person who isn't keen on tank bags, I'm actually getting on quite well now with this Jivvy. It's a little 6 litre bag, and by God, it is useful. I had one on Tetley and I used that a lot, but then when I got the Africa Twin, I didn't like the position that it used to sit up, always in your face, and on the NT I didn't need it because I had loads of storage space on that bike. But back to this bike, then the little satchel bag on the side and this one on the top, and they're similar styles. So I think the bike looks quite nice. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm glad I kept it. I'm a beggar for giving stuff away, but I've learnt my lesson. You know, it's like a number of times I've done that and then thought, I wish I hadn't done that. Right, now the wind's coming at me now from here, from this quarter, and yes, it is blustery, but it's not. It's just wind. It's not that. It's not unpleasant. It's, you know, I don't feel like I need to stop and put earplugs in or anything like that. It's perfectly acceptable. The real test will be when I turn properly into it, then we'll see. Just coming down to Kirkburn filling station. The bike's probably half full, but I'm going to top it up with some fresh fuel. And then we'll see whether or not the tank bag is a nuisance. We've got to be careful because this is quite bad for diesel spills. Yeah, it's all down there. Look at it, bloody stuff. Right. If I remember rightly, what I used to do was that. Yeah, that's it. Magnet holds it. What did I do with my key? Thought I took it out and I hadn't. Just be careful, don't go scratching your tank. Right. So key in. I think I'm going to start using E10. I don't think there's a need. One thing I've learnt with this bike is don't go above that fill level. It just runs out of the bike and it's a complete waste. So I don't do it anymore. That's brimming it is just to that you know, that alloy neck that's inside the tank. No more than that. Right.
Oh. There goes Graham on the mighty sail.